if we look at what sterling's doing today, it's higher on that UK inflation data, and generally it's sort of been tracking inflation bets, which could signal that the move in sterling has been rooted in fundamentals. Are currency traders underestimating the political challenges of Brexit in the next few months?
I suspect at the moment that currency traders are focusing on the latest announcements from the Bank of England suggesting that we might get a series of rate hikes, whereas the Brexit news has been very difficult to price. It's been kind of a drip feed and not very conclusive. I think that might start to change, though, following the coming weeks with more speeches planned from the Prime Minister and key members of her cabinet.
What would you need to hear from those speeches, Tina, to feel reassured that the UK and EU are on track for a transitional deal by the end of March?
Well, we need to see some concrete results coming out of the Brussels summit in March. And you know, EU summits aren't the kinds of signposts that traders and currency speculators tend to focus on, right? They're kind of news non-events and tend to be what seem like a lot of boilerplate. But that's really going to be crunch time, which is why we're seeing the Prime Minister launch this series of speeches to put, as she says, some meat on the bones of what the UK wants from Brexit.
Elsewhere in Europe, what would be the greatest political risk for you in the next few months? Would it be Germany in any way, or is it more Italy? Allianz and Fidelity are saying to buy Italy bonds in the run-up to the March vote, and we have seen those peripheral spreads actually tightening.
Well, certainly the UK risks around Brexit are one of the most significant and uncertain in Europe, but probably hurting the UK much more than any other parts of the European Union. I'd put Italy next, with elections also coming up in the next couple of weeks, with really no clear scenario likely emerging, the five-star movement in the lead. But what's really important caveat about Italian elections risk is that the five-star movement and Euroscepticism in general is no longer a big risk.